All right, start on that side of the table. What would you think of Rome, hate drafting, and mean city of marble?
So we played this at a game day, and like halfway through the first game, I was sort of like, what's the point of this? But then by the end, I was like, wow, I really played poorly, but now I kind of get it.
Obviously. The rest of us have not.
No. This was better. I mean, it's a really good abstract. There's still a lot for me to figure out, I think, but like the tempo of like when you have tiles and when you don't have tiles, that's the game, I think, more than anything else. Yeah. It's fun.
Being on time or off time of everyone else.
Exactly
or the
right.
other, right?
Yeah. When that turn comes around where you could do a bunch of cool things if you had tiles and you don't have any tiles.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
And there was that round where I think I had 4 actions. I placed 4 tiles and I got 3 Imperium tiles. I think that was probably the difference between me and Andrew. I think.
Oh yeah, that won you the game. That was the best move of the game for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So it's your first game, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of it. It's interesting. I mean, I did well, but I don't know if I fully can claim credit for that. I wonder, like, if at the beginning, because everything you do sets up an opening for someone else.
Yes.
So it's like that tempo thing really is important, and I almost wonder if it's like if you're going first in this game, should you just take tiles, and then does that lead to everyone taking tiles, and then is there some sort of weird game of chicken going on?
So I actually remember we talked about like I was thinking about my first turn. If I had been first, I would have just taken 4 tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense, right? Because you don't want to leave the opening, because Jess took a turn.
But
it
at
seemed
some
fine.
point, okay, so if everybody took 2 or 4 tiles,
right?
Then now we start over with 8 tiles.
Yep.
Right. That's
So you just sort of have to somebody else play suboptimally.
So then, it's not suboptimal necessarily. It's a matter of getting off time, but being able to maximize when you do so.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think. Obviously,
there's some nice variability too. Like if you start with the cities over here, you can put these in play.
Yeah. So this was a very tight game. First of all, we're playing with 4 players. Second of all the cities starting were over here, so we couldn't even come over near the aqueducts. The other time that I played this game at 2 players, it was not like that. It was across the board. It's obviously a lot more open. Mm-hmm. Going for tiles was good, and definitely, what's Dan's counterpart? It's Dan and...
I can't. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, Mrs. Dan.
Yes. He taught me, and definitely didn't take it easy on me, but there was a lot more you could do. You didn't feel so hemmed in, and so it doesn't have to be mean, because Dan Ralph says in this, maybe too mean for you. Honestly, I've never seen it playing this mean. It's just
it's our fault.
Who you're watching. But I am going to give that caveat, is that, and honestly, I've been feeling it with you guys for a while. You guys are meaner than the average bear. But like, so do take that. No, it was him this time. But do take that into consideration, that this does not have to be played that way. You don't have to go in and just cap people off and know that their person's going to be stuck out here the entire game. Or say, oh, you can go and finish it now. Like you can play that way, but I doubt the majority of groups are going to play it that way.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Obviously, it impacted me greatly. But like, there were a couple places I saw. I'm like, oh, I can be really mean. I can be really mean. No, I'm going to go over here. You don't have to play it that way. And if everybody's kind of on the same page with that, then they'd be
right. You dictate how you want this game played, right?
So it is player dependent. This definitely was a mean play of it, but please don't take that as the game.
And there's a point where you're being so mean that you're counterproductive to yourself.
Absolutely.
Right.
That play right.
I really don't think it has to be though.
You off. I didn't really block you off. I just sort of wasted an action there.
Yeah.
Because you figured out a way to score it anyway.
Right. And so I guess it makes sense to a point, but at some point it might not. It might just be cutting off your nose to spite your face, just to be mean to be mean.
Mm-hmm. I think if you have the choice between a good move that helps you and hurts somebody else, and a good move that just helps you,
sure, that makes sense. I get that, right? Yeah. But to be spiteful, we have terms for that, which I don't think anybody was, and I didn't intentionally do it.
I mean, you could have reversed the move once I pointed out how mean it was. You didn't. I don't think you can complain.
But yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, like, innocent. If you happen to draw the 4 and I draw that 2, you win by a point, right?
Right.
It was pretty close.
Right. And by the way, Dan didn't mean Frank, meant your wife. So.
Dan's like, Frank's the guy. Oh, right. No, Dan and Frank.
So yeah, overall, though, want to play it more, or
I would try it again. I'm not. Yeah, like it's the kind of thing where it's like on the fence for me. Where I would want to play it again, but I don't know if I'd. It wouldn't be the thing at the moment that I would like go to a game day for. If that makes sense.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but it plays pretty fast. I feel like
It does. I mean, it's an
That's
hour.
true.
It's an hour game at most. When everybody
That is
knows the
nice.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably on the long end of thinky filler.
Right.
Right. I mean, when you get humming along, this thing can.
So you
yeah.
can
Yeah.
mix it in with another.
Oh, hey,
Size
our game
game and a game
ended
night.
early. How long
Yeah.
do y'all have? About
Right.
We have
45
time for
minutes
this.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, we can throw this down and bust this out.
Right.
Yeah.
Hate each other for a little while.
No, and see, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
just
I would
get
play
a
this
nice fight in
again.
a toll booth would be great.
Yeah.
And I would actually play it with family. Like, I think this
Oh,
is a
totally,
family style
yes.
game.
Yep.
I wouldn't play with y'all again, but there are plenty of people that I would play this game again with, because I did really enjoy that first play, and that was at 2 players. So I'd also say, I know a lot of people ask us, for 2-player games.
So
I
this
enjoyed it at 2.
This is one we might be able to stream 2-player to show off that it
I
could
just
be.
mentioned I'm not playing with you again.
We'll get someone nice to come in.
Okay, you and somebody else.
Do you take tiles out at smaller player counts, or the same number of tiles?
I don't know.
Check
I,
2.
Yeah, I will
Dan
have
set
to.
it up, so I don't
yeah.
remember what he set up.
Because it's kind of, I mean, it's a lot more open game. It seems like it too if you don't take tiles out, right? Like, You
Yeah.
have like a bunch of choices.
Yeah, you can plan a little more further
Yeah.
ahead.
That's when those red ones
Right.
play more.
Yeah, because we did get a couple of red out. I really enjoyed it, and I actually remember afterwards being like, "Oh, I want to play that again."
Yeah.
So, and the aqueducts were really important, and they came out and they blocked, and the blocking, we didn't really see this block this.
Yeah.
The brown block the white, or the so.
Well, it could have though if
I
again
don't
if we had
think it
started
did
over
because it was
here.
a longer game at 2, so I don't think.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. No,
The
I
tiles-
don't see anything in
Okay.
So
there.
it was longer because it's
So,
longer
yeah.
before
Yeah.
the 3 piles
Plus they
were
start
out.
with tiles, so
Yes.
there's more.
Right.
So it really
Okay.
it went longer, but we were fast because at that point it's so opened up and you can a little bit plan ahead
Yeah.
and have an A or B or C move. So it really went quickly. So I don't think the length of play was longer than it was with us because we were able to speed.
Just
Whereas
you were
we
able to do more, right?
Right, because we're messing with each other into the thing where I'm planning my move and then you're taking it. And I'm
Right.
like, well, now I have to
Yeah.
find something.
Right.
So it was always changing or something else becomes available, which impacted you, right? So
Yeah.
you
Which I would
couldn't
say
plan
both.
ahead as much.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
saying
Yeah.
both those things happened.
Right.
So yeah, that's.
Right, it's hard to do the move to force someone else to do a move that they can then like it's you gotta like plan.
It does a little bit, but it's quick. You
yeah.
would see you did your one thing. Oh, now I can do this, and
Right.
so it was much faster.
Yeah.
So a
So
2-player game. I
here's
liked it.
something that I find interesting, and
Yeah.
this is a guess. I don't know, having not played it enough to be able to say. But I feel like when we first played this, we built a lot of fountains. There were a lot of coins, obviously, because we're building a lot more fountains.
Yeah.
The only mean part of this was the third aqueduct kind of got hemmed in early on. So I wonder if there is an evolution to this game a bit. Like, oh, this is super friendly, and oh, I could be mean, but I'm not going to.
Yep.
To then, now that we've played it a little bit more, oh wow, we're going to be really nasty, and okay, that might have been a bridge too far. So now, kind of
Find the happy medium.
Exactly, and I think
Medium
that's
mean.
somewhere where it like.
Yeah.
And
See,
I'll be honest,
I don't think so because I know groups that just wouldn't play that.
Well,
way.
see, I don't think
they're
this
gonna
is a
up and
game
down.
that needs to be played the way we played it because
No.
I think if
We're
it-
just
I
used to
think the
playing
game-
splatter games and and we're like, take you out. Oh wait, I didn't have to do that. I could have gone all up here. Look at all the space. I'm sorry, my bad. Like I didn't have to do that.
I
to
think
you.
it's exactly that. It's
Yeah.
it's out of habit. But I think if we were to sit down and play this again, it would probably play out differently, and it wouldn't be as
fair.
cutthroat as it was because it's not so much not just that you're blocking, but everything you do sets up another move.
Yeah.
There is no way.
Yep.
There might be a couple of edge cases here or whatnot around the edges of the board where you're not setting something up, but almost entirely, especially once you get Imperium tiles, you've set somebody up or somebody has set themselves up to where
Right.
it's like, whatever, dude, I'm just going to do this. So
Yeah.
I think it's more aimed to that type of play than the way we may have shown it tonight.
I think we've covered that, yeah. So
Yeah.
we
So there you go.
caveated it well, but
All
yeah,
right.
it's
Yeah,
I've enjoyed this.
I
I
was
still
interested
had fun with
I'd be
it, even
interested
though I
in
was
seeing it.
smoked.
I'd be interested in seeing it at a lower player count because it did feel very reactive at a higher. Like,
Yes.
I just like was kind of waiting for my turn to see what the board state was, and then be like, okay, well, they're there. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, and with less players, you have less chaos,
Yeah.
player-driven chaos, right?
Yep.
In that. So there you go. All right, that is Rome, City of Marble. Thank you to all of y'all and Jess for being a trooper. I appreciate that. And hopefully y'all enjoyed it as well. Thanks everybody for joining us. Dan, thanks for hanging out. Thanks again for supplying us with the review copy so we could show it off tonight. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I think this is still in print. You can get it from R&R Games.
It is.
I'm sure you can still find it at online game stores, etc., or local,
available. Yeah.
friendly local game store. Yeah, that's about it. I will be back tomorrow with the unboxing of the new edition of Puerto Rico, and then we're back Friday with Quebec. So hopefully you guys join us for that. So other than that, see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm Edward.
Jess.
Ken.
Andrew.
You guys have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, you'll see me tomorrow. Good night.